I am here. Okay, everyone, we have a lot, well, quite a few things to talk about this morning. I tried a new intro. I hope you like it. Well, I think I'm going to fix it. I'm sorry, Shari H. I'm glad you like it. Hi, John Sanchez. Hi, Sarah Glantz. Yes, I've said that right. Okay. What did mention do? And he's angry this morning. But uh, for some reason, I feel President Jeffrey says, I mean, Lou Trump is suing Letitia. Yes, I'm going to talk about that in a few seconds. You know something? When people, some of us, we grow older, we become wiser, and we don't, you know, do dumb things. We take our time and try to reason and, use logic to do whatever we need to do. How did intuitively I feel like saying, mention something is not right with him in a sense, but when it comes to logic, because what he's doing it doesn't make sense. I feel he's going to change his position. This morning he's threatening uh, to switch party. I just read it on Twitter. Uh, I mean, yes, he can. And who's that going to benefit? And Republicans are not going to trust him anyway. And also, intuitively, I feel like saying he's talking to people like the guy from Home Depot who have a lot of money and they're not very bright. They are not in the interest. Well, everything is like Trump. Everything is to them. Okay? He's talking to these people and he has a lot of Republican friends. I mean, which is fine. I feel both parties, regardless, they should be friends and get along and make deals and make the country work. But this time around, it's one way, and he's enjoying as well the power, the little bit of power that he has, and I wonder what he expect. What did he expect? Basically, making or he said to Biden, according to the news, and I feel the news is correct, misleading Biden, basically. That's what he did. He misled Biden. So, and I can understand why all I don't feel he's negotiating in good faith. And intuitively, that's what I feel like saying. He's a weasel. And it's just like Trump and these people. He's been in this position for a while. And he knows how to play the game. And he's messing around. That's what he's doing. I was beating around the bushes, but that's what it comes down to. But I feel like saying this is not over. I feel like saying Biden will still get a deal. I don't know what form exactly, but he will. And the next big thing this morning is, well, of course, COVID, but we'll get to that because COVID has been in the news for a while. Is Trump suing New York State or New York City, whichever? You know, intuitively, I feel like saying by now, everyone knows that's what Trump does. Yes, he can do whatever he pleases. I don't see Trump winning. I don't see. I wouldn't be surprised if they laugh at him in court. That's the way I am getting it. Suing New York is not going to help him at all. In fact, it will make it worse for him. That's what I feel. So whether he sues Letitia, he can't sue the other one, and he can't sue the federal government. He can't. Well, he can, but he's going to lose. And yes, that's to show you guys what I have been saying to you, that intuitively I feel he's panicking, and it's not only him. Uh, uh, I was reading something on the screen that Shen Greenwich wrote, but I'll read it in a few seconds. Uh, I feel like saying, I don't see how Trump can, he's terrified because people around him are beginning to, you know, bring him to reality, to face what he has in front of him, the amount of money he's going to spend, and the potential for him to lose and go to jail. And basically, Liz Cheney read him the riot act last week, and they are correct. Liz Cheney and Thompson will subpoena him, demand that he comes to, and totally I feel like saying the notion that he's not going to show. If he does that, that could be the worst thing. And totally, I'm not a lawyer, but it feels like to me that committee did not play. And it feels like that is sinking in as well with the Trump team. That they're coming after him. I don't know how many of you saw that tweet yesterday where he's complaining Democrats are all about putting people in jail. Who was calling that to light them up? He was. So now the shoe is on the other foot. He has an issue with it. Well, typical Trump. But what the word I'm hearing as I'm talking about Trump is ridicule. They're going to ridicule him. They are doing that already, but now it's going to have a major effect on him and his psyche because it's becoming more and more obvious to him and to Republicans. And also, by the way, that's why McConnell is talking the way he's talking. He knows what's coming. And he knows what he sees coming will do Trump in. And a lot of them are hoping and praying that that's what will happen in order for, well, basically they want to shove Trump off the stage, as I have been saying for a while. And yes, this will push Trump off the stage. And also, he's going to suffer the consequences of his past misdeeds and the things that he's continued to do. You know something else? There's going to be a big fight, but after Trump is neutralized and the base starts to abandon him, because there is something I feel, the minute they indict Trump, and the past 2 weeks have not been good for him, a lot of people who are, running around saying they want to do this, I feel it's baloney. They're going to start abandoning him to the base. I've said that a long time ago. I'm feeling it again. So I feel like saying things are not looking good, and he knows it. And that's why McConnell is getting more and more voice, he's talking more and more about the public should know the results of the investigation and those who are culpable. So, yeah, Trump will be pushed off the stage. I made that prediction a few weeks ago. I don't remember how long ago exactly, but yeah, that's coming. And also, there are two other things that are happening. I'm sure a lot of you, if not all of you, have heard of I believe 3 generals wrote an article about the potential breakdown that's, if Trump was to win again in 24 or somebody like Trump. I didn't read it. I only heard pieces of what they wrote, and I saw one of them give an interview. I feel these people are correct. You know what? Let me tell you, and to while I was watching that general and the interview about potential breakdown in the military, just like in society itself, okay, those people, like the 3%ers and all these people who are gung-ho, they are overweight and they think they can take on the world, they're gonna get America back. I was watching, there is a gentleman on YouTube, he makes videos for gun owners, people who want to defend themselves. They have weapons, they own weapons to defend themselves. And he posts a bunch of videos, and he said something that's very interesting. Some robbers, they go in with weapons, not expecting, the potential victims to fight back. And once the victims fight back, they run away. And that feels to me, that's how those 3%ers, the Proud Boys, and all those guys, once something, well, look at how they're crying for their mommies in jail, okay? Never mind if they have to suffer in a firefight. They can't take it. Intuitively, I feel like saying, yes, those generals, they are correct. Okay, but the potential for, I don't see a civil war. I feel potential for major firefights in some place and these people being crushed. That's what I feel, if they were to start anything. And yes, some of them are stupid enough. They are dumb. That's basically what it is. They will lose. But I feel that article was written for two reasons. It has two purposes. Intuitively, I feel. To at least let people know, make people understand, Trump is a danger to our society. I know people like myself, like yourselves listening, we understand that. But a lot of people in his base and some people in position of leadership in the Senate and in the House, they know they are lying, but they are continuing to repeat his lies, inciting those people in the base. They do realize the potential of what can happen, but those generals are doing those things as well. They are helping in pushing Trump off the stage because they feel once you cut off the head of the fish, that's it. So, or not the fish, the snake. Okay, the rest is dead. And also, there is another energy that's beginning to change. People are talking more and more. I saw a journalist. I believe she's from USA Today, and she was saying she feels journalists should cover what happened on January 6th more and the potential of what can come out. Instead of the way they are covering it right now, not presenting it as important as it is to the rest of the country, they're not helping. So there is this movement as well to bring people's consciousness, I feel, okay, to let people understand right now it's rhetoric, but this thing can turn very bad, and also what we have to lose. Instead of being like those journalists, that's the way they behave, rubberneckers. Okay, it's like potential for an accident, or there's an accident. They're just driving in their cars and they don't care. They say, "Oh, there was an accident there, I just saw it," and they're treating the potential of what can happen. January 6th, they think they are bystanders. They're going to suffer just like the rest of us. Look at what COVID is doing. Okay, they are suffering just like the rest of us. And they never realize, okay, they have to look at things differently. To treat January 6th intuitively, I feel, just like Omicron, it's going to affect them too, so they better report it the same way they report Omicron, because their lives are being affected. So instead of, saying, well, January 6th happened and, whose fault it is, and they put their own spin on it, because some of them are Republicans as well. So they should take this more seriously. I hope I'm explaining this correctly based on the way I am getting it. Basically, the energy I feel, people are beginning to push journalists to change the narrative a little bit, put more importance on what happened on January 6th and those responsible, and also the energy. And I said that a while back, the energy would change. The energy is changing even more today. There is call now to make sure that the leadership of the January 6th insurrection pay a price. And yes, I simply wanted to bring that to you guys' attention. It's going to happen. It's coming. But pressure is being put on Garland and others to make sure that these people pay a price. It's a lesson, okay, for the next time. If anyone else have any idea of this, of repeating what happened. And to David, that's what I feel like saying. That's the energy. That's what I feel is changing right now. And it's bubbling up to the surface. People are calling and demanding that the Trumps of this world pay a price, because we cannot lose democracy for a liar and a con man like Trump. And that's what we're watching right now happening. And I feel Garland will take action. Yes, I wish he would have done it a while back, but I don't feel he's just going to sit back and do nothing. Shen Greenwich says, I just read on arrival on AOL that says some virologists said that Biden isn't putting the right message out with COVID. He should say wear a mask. At this point, people should have sense to do as such. But you know something? Biden has been saying that, I don't know. Intuitively, I feel like, well, this morning Biden was wearing a mask. Somebody, in fact, was in the chat. They were a bit alarmed because they were saying people in New York City were running around without masks. And the person said, I don't remember who said that, this is, just a matter of time we go through another cycle. And I mean, I understand, we get tired, but we get tired of COVID. COVID is not tired of us. Unfortunately, people who are unvaccinated are catching the brunt of this, which we are not surprised, okay? But I feel, and also this morning, they said, I believe only 28% of those who are unvaccinated would be willing to wear a mask when they go out or if they are indoors. So a lot of them, the Fox mentality is going to kill it. He's going to continue to kill them, unfortunately. That's the problem. But I'm sure Biden, if we notice, Biden does listen when he's told, when he's given, good advice. So I wouldn't be surprised if Biden does follow that advice, asking people to wear masks. But the point I was trying to make is, people like you and I, guys, we wear our mask. I do the best I can. From what I understand, Omicron is very contagious. If, I'm sure it can go through the mask, then yeah. But what I was reading this morning, there's a poll that was done on CNN. That's what I'm repeating. 28% of those who are unvaccinated would wear a mask. The rest, they won't. Something to that effect. I'm sorry if I didn't put it right, but it's in the so it was on CNN this morning. Milu, what does Kevin McCarthy think he's going to uncover with his investigation into Joe Biden? Zero, nothing, and he knows it. I didn't know about that, Cheryl. That Kevin McCarthy is investigating Joe Biden, but it's futile. It's a waste of time. If there was something about Joe Biden and his family, let me tell you. In fact, I'm being shown the diary again. If there was anything, zero. If there was anything, they would have found out already. That's the way I am getting it. Okay. Let's see. Yes, Gail Janovic says Omicron is as infectious as the measles. Yes, that's what I heard. wear N95 mask and get your vitamin D level up. Yes. You know what? And if you're buying N95 mask, my friends, just make sure, well, you know what? I think I should mention this. I bought a set of N95 masks. Be careful because there is one, it will protect you from inhaling microbes, okay? But when you exhale, it doesn't protect the people around you. That's the type I have. I bought it, I didn't know. But the point I'm trying to make to you is if you go into the airport and you are that type, they won't let you on board the airplane. So be careful, my friends. And also do a search on YouTube on the right types of masks, N95 mask, okay? And also KN95 are good as well. What I do is when I go out, I wear two. So I'm sure some of you do that. But N95s are good, but you got to be careful. Make sure you know what you're buying. They have videos on YouTube on which type to buy, okay? Because that's important. Viola Wood is saying, I am hearing there will be a rude awakening and a reckoning. This is happening now, but I believe by the spring of next year, you will see a whole lot of lawyers going back and forth. If you're talking about Trump, yeah, Trump is in for a major awakening. I think he has awakened already. That's why he's suing New York and complaining about Democrats suing everyone. So, and you know something, the way I am seeing this, there will be more people turning on Trump. And that's going to be the big shocker to him. People he thinks today are his friends will turn on him. Watch. Because people don't want to go to jail. The only fool who may end up in jail, not May, it's a matter of time, it's a matter of when, it's Bannon. Maddow doesn't want to go to jail. No. I don't see too many people around Trump. Even that guy too. In fact, he threw Biden under the bus. I forget his name. The guy who got, who went to, who played the fifth last Friday. Okay. The gentleman who played the fifth last Friday. I don't remember his name. He threw Bannon under the bus. He said Bannon, he believes Bannon is the one who called for the insurrectionists to breach the Capitol. So they have problems. And that guy, I feel he'll talk. At the right time, right now, he's playing the fifth. He wants to see how things are going to unfold. But he doesn't want to go to jail either. And I feel like saying the January 6th committee, they're playing a very, very smart game. They are, some people, they know they have a very good sense of who does not want to go to jail. And they are positioning them so that they give them a chance to, if they want to come in and testify, I don't know how they do it. They either won't charge them or they will pull the charge or something like that. But they are doing, intuitively, I feel like saying they have a certain group of people they have in mind. They will do that for them. So, but Trump is in for a major, and Trump and his family, it's not only Trump, because we keep repeating Trump. I keep doing it. But every once in a while, I have to remind you, I've said that as well. It's not only Trump, it's his family as well. And that's why he's panicking today or all weekend. He knows what's coming. Artist is asking, I just mentioned it earlier, he's going to change his mind. Artist is asking, what's my take on Manchin and the BBB? Manchin cannot take the pressure. He just threatened to to switch party. You know, the newspaper in West Virginia, they have a headline that says we need something to the effect that they need BBB very bad. So unless Manchin is planning to move out of the country, but I feel he's open to make a deal unless he's willing to leave the country. I don't see how he's going to just put, I mean, the way I am getting it, he put himself in that position, he's going to find a way to get himself out. Yeah, he can threaten all he wants that he's switching party. Good luck with that. Okay. Joel Tilson says, Manchin is on his way out. You can see that again. This latest shenanigan has really closed the door in any, well, he will, let me see, from what I heard this morning, he's up again in 2025. So he has a long time to go. But if he thinks people are going to forget what he did now, he's dreaming. Because they said people have short memory. Yeah, the guy that's going to run against you does not have short memories. That's the problem. Okay, let's see. Oh, somebody asked me a question. I don't think I wrote it yet. There's something, the title of the video, I mentioned that some generals are calling for, are basically ringing the alarm bell about the potential for a breakdown in the military as we are watching it unfold in our society. I feel they have a point. I don't know if I made that clear earlier, because I tend sometimes to branch off because of the pictures, depending on the type of pictures I'm getting. I feel they have a point, but oh yes, I did make it clear. What I feel is there is a concerted effort behind the scenes, okay, to raise people's level of consciousness, what they have to lose if they continue to listen to people like Trump and Ted Cruz and others. They have to consider that, and that's why these people. And I said that a while back. The energy is changing. That's why we're seeing people writing and doing all kinds of stuff, trying to talk to journalists as well, say, hey, listen, man, if things go south, we are not the only victim. You're going to be as well. To start taking the type of things that Trump is doing as if it's a game. We report, we don't care. Yeah, they better start caring. It's just like, oh, I'm repeating about COVID. I'm not going to catch it until you start coughing and you have issues. You realize you're positive. So the same thing is going to happen if they were to go in, this country, the breakdown in our society. It started already, but they have to take it more seriously instead of, they're just driving, rubbernecking. That guy had an accident. Yeah, it's not going to happen to me. It's not me. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Ron, for reminding people to please tap the thumbs up. I would appreciate it. It helps me in the sense that that's one of the data points that YouTube uses to position my videos. So please, everyone, hit the thumbs up. I'd appreciate it. Okay. Let's see. Dana Sauer said, I read where insurance companies are raising premiums for unvaccinated so high those people have to drop their insurance? Whoa. Well, Fox News is really getting through to these people. Okay. Let's see. Oh, yes, somebody, I believe he's a state senator, died last week. He was anti-vaccine, he was an anti-vaxxer. I mean, a bunch of stuff. He came down with COVID and died last week. I don't remember where Mississippi, I think he's from, somewhere in that area. Yeah, there are quite a few of them that are unfortunately dying. Lisa Melling says, will Italy and France lock down in January, February 2022 because of Delta and Omicron? You know, because of, I feel a lot of places are going to try to manage shutting down a little smarter. They're going to shut down or people who are unvaccinated. There is something like that. That's what I've been getting. Just like here, okay, if you are vaccinated, you can do whatever you want. But if you're not vaccinated, life is going to get more and more difficult. And the lockdown, it feels like to me, is going to be about the unvaccinated. I don't know how they're going to check it. It's a challenge. But it feels like to me that's the way that the government, the total shutdown like before, I don't think so. It's not impossible, but what they are weighing, right now is if you're not vaccinated or you can't prove that you are vaccinated, you're on lockdown, unfortunately. Okay. Yes, Stress Hero, that's the right way to phrase it. Stress Hero says, I think Mention overstepped this time, big time, you're right. He got too drunk with power and thought he could push again. You are exactly correct that he overstepped because, and that's the phrase I should have used earlier when I was trying to describe what his attitude. Okay. He said he expected this blowback, but I don't think he expected it. And to Olivier, that's what I feel like saying. I don't feel like he expected it this strongly, including the White House. So it's a little, that's why he's threatening to switch party. Let's see what happens. I would be shocked. I'm not saying it's impossible now. Please hear me out. He's angry and embarrassed, but it's not impossible that we'll switch party. But I would be shocked. I don't see it. He can switch. He can change his mind later, but I doubt it. Okay. All right. Oh yeah, Renee. I mentioned that last week. Renee says, "Did you see the guy that was banned from American airline? The gentleman I explained last week who was wearing a thong, put a thong in his face. He thought he was funny. He got. I don't know. I think they're going to ban him from flying. That's what they're going to do, and he'll probably pay a fine as well." Electra Storm says, now the whole country is banning Mention. Good. Yep. Dennis Thomas is asking, will Mention have any health issues? I don't think so. No. I mean, he may come down with mild form of COVID. That's the worst I see. All those guys are vaccinated. Of course, most Democrats, if not all, unless they have medical issues or medical reason for not getting vaccinated, but all those guys are vaccinated. Like, if they catch COVID, it will be a mild episode. So I don't see him being sick. Marsha Green says Linda G said yesterday that the people in Virginia are mad at mention. Oh yeah, they need to the bill this bill passed and VA is a poor state. Yes, there is. In fact, this morning there is a headline. I mentioned that earlier in the newspaper there that they need this really bad. That's what's putting him in a very bad position unless he is planning on leaving this country. That's the only way he'll kill this bill. All right. I think this is it, friend. Cory Booker has COVID as well. Yes, but a mild one. That's exactly what I was trying to say. Him and, oh my God, I forget her name. Elizabeth Warren. They both have mild cases of it. So thank God they're vaccinated. It's not a big deal. All right, friends. This is it for today. Today's Monday, so I will see you later, same time. If you like the channel, please subscribe and also tap on the bell in order for you to be notified when I'm online or when I post a video. If you would like a reading from me, the link to my website is below the video, psychicmilu.com. Or you can send me an email at psychicmilu@aol.com. We can negotiate a time that's good for both of us to talk. Please let me know if you like my little my new little introduction. I'm changing thing a little bit. We'll see. Let me see. Milu, Hannah Webb says, Milu, the more mentally distressed Trump gets about losing cases and being investigated, the more gleeful I am. Oh, you're not the only one, and I don't even feel guilty about that. Should I? No, I don't. This guy has done so many bad things to this country, and let me tell you guys, intuitively I feel, and those of you who have been with me for a while, you've seen me agitated once or twice. It's because while he was meeting with Putin, I knew what he was doing, and some of the stuff that you see Putin doing right now, it's Trump's fault. Yes. Okay. Thank you, friends, for spending time with me. I will see you later this evening. Till then, bye.